Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
It could be the next step in evolution.
Finally got back to the movies and went to go see one of my top 10 out of my 30 anticipated films for 2015. Now, I was really excited when it came out, and then the critics on YouTube and in the professional world started giving mixed reviews, and it was all just a matter of time before I went in and made the judgment call for myself, and that is the new movie from Neil Blomkamp, CHAPPiE. And this was a movie that I was really excited to see because I loved what the trailers were showing me. I mean, just the very first one gave me goosebumps when I saw this computer-generated robot that kind of gives off a Pinocchio / Johnny Five short circuit vibe when you first encounter it, but then when you see the second trailer, the story starts to unfold a little bit more, and you're still somewhat enticed and intrigued by what it is because you really want to know what this movie is all about. I will say that I did not go on to the Neil Blomkamp train, so as far as I'm concerned, the director really didn't mean anything to me. I never saw District 9, and I never saw Elysium. Will I go and see them? Not saying yes or no, but they're not my main priority. But what I will say is CHAPPiE was amazing! I felt so many amazing emotions, and you don't really get that kind of a feeling from a science fiction film. The actors were also what really drove me to this movie. Hugh Jackman, Sigourney Weaver, and Dev Patel. While the three of them really don't have much of a major role to play, less Sigourney Weaver than Hugh Jackman and Dev Patel, but I appreciated that these two characters, that were Dion played by Dev, and Vincent played by Hugh, they were basically two polar opposites in regards to what the next step in life and evolution can be. It's very similar to what's going on in the real world right now, even though this movie takes place in a not too distant yet believable future. There are those that don't want to push the bar forward and see how far we can go to possibly become godlike when we could do things like create artificial intelligence or clone a human being, and then there are those that are purists in the ways that God made us. We don't want to. We are safe because we feel that if we go over that barrier that we set for ourselves, we climb over that wall that we put up for ourselves, it's going to cause utter chaos and put the world into a really bad place. And that's what I appreciated about those characters. The other black sheep, if you will, thrown in the world of CHAPPiE is this little gang that is led by, apparently, people that belong to a South African rap group. They actually use their actual stage names, Ninja, Yolandi, and their other associate, America. A lot of people don't really like them, but I really had no issues with them, even though there were some points in time where Ninja was being a real ass at certain point in times, but I understood. It was his upbringing and his want to live, and the only way to hold on to this life that he had made for himself was to basically do not so wonderful things in this world and force people to follow him. It's not until the point where he finally realizes what life is all about when he redeems himself later on at the end of the movie, and at the very end you do appreciate him and you do have sympathy for him. Maybe not so much, but I certainly did. And then you've got CHAPPiE, who is voiced by Sharklo Copley, someone who a lot of people in the sci-fi world love, but believe it or not, the first time I ever saw him was when he was in the A-Team, and I absolutely loved him in the A-Team alongside Liam Neeson and Bradley Cooper. I thought that he was hilarious. But as the voice of CHAPPiE, he brought so much out of this digital character. He made you want to believe in him. He made you feel for him. When he was getting hurt, you felt hurt. When he was feeling love, you felt love. When he was painting, you felt inspired. And that's what I loved so much about this movie. The fact that it had not a single dead spot. Every single moment in this movie moved as far as I'm concerned. I was entranced by everything that I was watching, and what also was a major factor in making that movie move was another amazing Hans Zimmer soundtrack. In less than a year and a half, Hans Zimmer has given me 3 of his most original soundtracks in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Interstellar, and now CHAPPiE. You never would have been able to guess that that was Hans Zimmer until you saw the credits roll. I hope he gets nominated for another Oscar, and I hope he wins it, for crying out loud. From beginning to end, I loved this movie. I really felt that this should be given more of an appreciation because I really understand the story. Maybe it's just because of the fact that District 9 is supposed to be a better movie. I feel that lessons are learned. You take a lot with you from this movie. Even though it is not 100% perfect, it's a movie I will see again. I don't know if I'll get it on DVD, but I appreciate what Neil Blomkamp tried to accomplish. I really feel that this is going to go down as a science fiction cult classic. CHAPPiE is one of the better movies that I have seen this year, and there haven't been that many yet, but who knows if that's going to change. It's getting 3.5 out of 4 from me. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Throw your comments in the box below. I know there's a lot of you that I follow that have already reviewed it and had their say, so let me know if you appreciate what I've said, if you agree or disagree. Debates, comments, always welcome. I am the Lawn Gnome. I will see you in the next one, and actions speak louder than words.